This is Grit and Valour 1949 by the developers nDreams, and it was released on the 21st of August 2025. Hey guys, so I'm not really into this type of game, but I thought I'd give this one a shot, seeing as it's got mechs in. About the game. So you are playing as a commander overlooking the battlefield and ordering your units around to where they will be needed. Thankfully you have a button to push that pauses the gameplay, so you can reposition your mechs, which is almost certainly needed, otherwise it would be too much and too quick. Every battle won is more ground gained until you meet the final boss, but if you lose, back to the base to make adjustments to be stronger and better equipped, and then it's back out to try again. Levels and size. There are 4 missions which are basically maps to complete: the British Isles, Scandinavia, Western Europe and Germany. British Isles has 11 battles in, and then on the 12th battle you face the boss. I honestly can't tell you about the other maps yet because I haven't completed the first one yet, but I imagine the rest to be the same. Though each battle isn't a huge area, there are plenty of them. If you die, you have to start again, but it will all be different. So you will get an incredible amount of gameplay from this game, especially if you are into this type of gaming. Enemies and bosses. There are a decent amount of enemies, from infantry to tanks and mechs, all flown in by helicopters, and then there are the bosses which are super tough and will take everything you got. All the mechs and bosses are really well designed and they look fantastic. Weapons. Weapons are the usual pew pew bang bang explosions and stuff. Nothing really stands out. But also remember, despite the 4 or 5 hours I've put into this game so far, I'm pretty much early on into this game. So it's possible more exciting weapons are coming in the next levels. Also, if you pick up your mech and hold it for a second, you can enable his special weapon. Though make sure you know which mech does what, as there's no display to tell you. The amount of times I've tried to lay down some mines from my mech and it's ended just jumping across the map because it was the wrong mech. Level up options. There are a few leveling up systems in place. The command center, where you collect research points from doing missions and completing things such as killing a certain amount of enemies with a certain mech, which will earn you a point, drop a certain amount of mines, etc. Then with these points, you can open and develop things on your base like mech crew quarters or reinforce the covers you hide your mechs behind. Then you can head to the pilot barracks and use coins you earn on each pilot to upgrade things such as damage, charges and cooldown, as well as unlock some more pilots. Or there's the mech yard, where you can unlock more of the 9 mechs, then buy parts for those mechs and fit them out. Then there's also something called overclocks, which is like an ability. You unlock 3 of them and then add things such as Apex Hunter, which increases your mech attacks on bosses, or Shell Striker, which increases your attack damage on enemies with armor. So there's plenty in there to learn and play around with. Mechanics. Now, it did crash a few times whilst loading into a game, which had me have to quit the game and reload it. And the other problem I encountered was it isn't always responsive when trying to pull yourself around to position your view. Also occasionally it wouldn't let me grab and pick up my mechs, or it would have a ghost mech just sitting there that I couldn't pick up or move. This game has some serious issues that needs to be fixed as soon as possible. Controls. If you are an experienced Quest user, the controls are actually quite simple to learn and master. If you are new to the Quest, it might take you a little longer to get used to, mainly the spinning of the battle board and pulling yourself around. Game menus. There are menus all over the place for this game, but the main menu offers you settings for gameplay, graphics, audio, accessibility and then other, and each setting has a ton of stuff in to customize your game to how you like it. My thoughts. So as I said, this really isn't my type of game, but I did actually enjoy playing. I found myself wanting to level up to get better gear for my mechs. Though it can be a little overwhelming with all the things you can unlock, buy and upgrade, it doesn't do a great job at explaining these things clearly. This is a game where you just got to play it for a few hours and eventually it will all click into place as you unlock stuff and progress. All of my time in this game involved me just sitting up in my bed playing. Now, I played about 6 games before I finally managed to make it to the first boss, but I keep dying. So this game isn't a walk in the park type of game, and because it's a rogue type game, you will have to start from the beginning every time you die. But on the plus side, the game is actually very addicting. A lot of replayability value if you can see past all the bugs. I do recommend this game if you enjoy these types of games. However, I would wait for a few updates until the bugs have been addressed, or I would wait for a 40% or more sale off. If you made it to the end of this video, I thank you for giving me your time. So now touch that like button and hit subscribe, and happy gaming. Thanks guys.